Welcome to the Day 3 tutorials of the Market Top and Bottom Finder by Absidy LLC. In the Day 1 tutorials, we learned how the settings work and how to use it with a moving average crossover, and better yet, to get almost perfect signals with the best Holy Grail indicator version 3 by MCBW_ on tradingview.com. Then, on Day 2, we learned how to use this indicator to identify incredible support and resistance levels that not only validates previous support and resistance levels, but also gives us insights into new ones. We also examined briefly how to use multiple copies of this indicator with different settings over each other to enhance signals across a variety of time horizons. And today we're going to learn one last strategy of how to use this indicator and how to set alerts for it. So, as we've been discussing over the last few days, this indicator highlights potential market tops in real time with highlighting this region in green, and it highlights potential market bottoms by highlighting this area in real time using red. Now, this information is incredible by itself, but it's not enough. You need a trigger, something to tell you, I know I'm in a market top, but when do I actually enter a short position? Or, I know I'm in a potential market bottom, but when is a good time to enter a long position in this market? Something that gives us confluence that not only validates that these signals are good, but also gives us the exact timing that we want to use when we enter this. Now, in case you don't have your own strategy that you would like to use in combination with this method, we would like to suggest one strategy that is possible with this indicator. Simply just by entering the opposing trade when the indicator is finished signaling. It seems rather intuitive, but sometimes it works out very much in our favor. Here we're looking at the 1-hour gold charts from roughly February of 2019 until July of 2019. Again, we're looking at the Holy Grail version 3, line 4, and the Market Top and Bottom Finder. Both of these indicators are on the chart. Here we can see on the far left, at the middle of February, the Market Top and Bottom Finder is signaling a potential market high. Now, if we just wait for this indicator to stop signaling, then we can assume that that's a good time to enter the bottom of a market. Here we're just looking at 1 week of trading as we were just looking at before. You can see that it stopped signaling briefly in the middle before it actually stopped signaling at the end. Now, if we had entered a short position when it had stopped signaling the first time, we would have been caught with all losses and would have needed a good risk management system to minimize drawdowns. If we had entered our short position after we waited for the second time to stop signaling, then we would have gotten into a good profitable trade with very minimal drawdown for a very short period of time. While this is not optimal, it is a good method nonetheless, if it is combined with a decent risk management system. Next, let's look at our opportunities to go long on April 15th and 16th and 17th in the middle here in the blue circle. When we zoom into this, we see that there are 3 times where this indicator signals, and therefore 3 times that it has stopped signaling. If we wait for the times that it has stopped signaling as potential long signals, we then could have entered long. The first signal on the 17th would have again left us with a lot of drawdown before turning profitable. The second signal, just after the 18th, again, would have left us with a little bit of drawdown before becoming profitable. The third signal then would have left us with virtually no drawdown before catching the next upwards impulsive wave, effectively letting us enter the market at the annual low. Lastly, if we look at the region on the right, where there is the possibility of a market top forming, we see many areas that are signaling. If we zoom into this here, we see that there are again many opportunities to go short. All of these opportunities actually had very minimal drawdown and decent profit if they were carried out on a short time frame. It was really just the last opportunity that got us a short position at the annual high here. All of these other opportunities to go short would have resulted in minimal drawdown and very tiny amounts of profit. If we had held these for too long, we would have gotten wiped out by the next impulsive wave up. Again, this is very reasonable with a good risk management system, and it works as a standalone. It is not optimized as the other strategies that we were examining were, but it works very well nonetheless. By just using the best Holy Grail indicator version 3 by MCBW _ on TradingView, we could have just waited for price to cross under the red line after or while the top and bottom finder by Absidy LLC was signaling. If we did this, we actually would have then entered short 3 possible times. The first time resulted in a small profit on the 10th, while the second time on the 17th would have generated a little loss. Then on the 25th, we would have had a great short signal and caught the annual high for shorting. Here it is on the 1-hour Bitcoin charts. If we entered a trade based on when the market top and bottom finder stopped signaling, we would have had a lot of good opportunities here, but we also would have had a lot of potential drawdowns. All of this is quite manageable if handled properly with a good risk management system. And lastly, we just wanted to highlight that this method in and of itself, it can be very risky. And to highlight the potential risks of waiting for the signal to end as a trading entry signal, we just wanted to show you the 4-hour charts of the dollar versus the Turkish lira. The top and bottom finder was signaling on and off during the whole uptrend from basically May till September. If we had entered short positions at any of these times where it had stopped signaling, we would have been caught in a lot of loss creating scenarios. That's why it's generally important to use this method as a great signal of confluence to existing methods. By itself, it will work very well, but it can generate a lot of losses and therefore needs to be used in conjunction with a good risk management system. As you can see, the last times that it signals a top or bottom forming is really the true market top or bottom forming. So if this method does appeal to you, it's very easy to set alerts for when the market top or bottom is either starting to form or has stopped forming. To do this, go to your alerts menu, click on the option to create a new alert, then for your condition, click Market Top and Bottom Finder. In the next window, you can then select whether you want to alert when you're entering a market top or bottom or leaving a market top or bottom. In this case, for this strategy we've showed you, you want to select leaving market top or bottom because that will be your signal of when to enter the market. Then select when you would like it to give you this alert, how you would like to be notified, what message you do get when you get this alert, and then click Create. When you click Create, you will have a warning message that will pop up saying that this indicator can repaint. Again, just to be clear, the indicator itself cannot repaint and it does not lag. It operates 100% in real time, and everything that you see on the charts formed in real time, and you can trust that data. The reason that this message is popping up is the security function that protects this code. When you put in the security code, it changes the script, and it changes the way that we see the data on the chart. That's why with the wrong security code, the chart does not show any of the current data. But when you do have permission to use this, and you do have the current security code, that's why the script works. So it won't repaint, it will either allow you to use it or not to use it. So click Continue anyway. This concludes the Day 3 tutorial for the Market Top and Bottom Finder by Absidy LLC. We hope that you've enjoyed all 3 days of tutorials. If you have any further questions or want clarification on any of these strategies, please feel free to reach out to us. We always appreciate feedback if you have any additional feedback about this indicator. Again, thanks for watching these tutorials, and we greatly look forward to serving your needs in the markets in unique and effective ways.